Welcome, Marie here in Zone 6, and it's August. Back in the West Garden, which is the back garden, I've made some changes. I've moved my big white and green leaf begonias over to this area on the drive because the heat has played a toll on my petunias, my Easy Wave Classic petunias. So now I have a basic white and blue theme over here, though there are little splashes of pink with my phlox and my beacon impatiens down below. I also planted some Victoria Blue Salvia in these two containers to the right. So I like the contrast of that, or complementing of that blue or purple with the white begonia. And this time of year, the begonias are absolutely beautiful, at least in my area. And the petunias are on their way down. And I don't mean downtown. So here's the third one, big, I think is the name of the brand, white and green leaf begonia. This is my favorite begonia. Since the first time I got it, I've been getting it every year and it never disappoints me. This is when it is at its peak, this time of year when other things are waning. The Limelight Prime is at its best, I would say at this point, looking lovely. And down yonder, the traditional limelights have really started to bloom back by that fence extension I built about 2 years ago. Now, over here is where I put the classic Easy Wave petunias over on that table I built years ago. And they look good from afar, but not so much up close. Over to the left, there's that Firelight. Below the limelights are Quickfire Fabs, as well as Millennium Allium. And here is, I think this is a purple sand cherry. I'm not sure, but I like the color, and so I got it to still in a container, and I think I might keep it there temporarily. I know it gets bigger, but maybe a few years I might keep it there. I'll see. And back in that faux shed I built years ago, that's where the big white and green leaf begonias were. So I took those three from out of there and I put those Easy Waves back there. I think they're called Lavender Sky Blue. Look at that beautiful sky. Ooh la la. Up on the back deck in the West Garden, I'm standing by my back door, and there have been some changes on the back deck as well. So I added these white impatiens onto this table, which complement the beacon impatiens I have down below planted that head back towards the back of the yard for repetition, which is so important in the yard. I have kept my autumn joy sedum here, and I have also added some white impatiens over here. These I think are called interspecific, I believe is the name of these. I've never had this kind before. So it looks like they should be getting some more bloom soon. There's some buds. I moved those two Jazzberry Supertunias I had in that container on the drive. I moved that container right here. So that has two Jazzberry Supertunias in it. And I thought that added a nice little contrast with the white. And the hanging basket I had on my post, I moved right here, which has the Plectranthus or Swedish ivy, whatever you like to call it, with the beacon impatiens in there, once again for repetition with the plantings down below. And it also repeats the white beacon impatiens on the table here. Lamium is still here in that container, that lamium. Love that in the container, although it's traditionally used as a ground cover. This Orchid Blush Sun-Patient, this is my first year with a Sun-Patient, and like most impatiens, if not all, when it gets thirsty, it lets you know. But as long as I keep it hydrated, it is beautiful, and I absolutely love it. And here are more beacon impatiens I stuck in this container for repetition. And that plum, I think it's a plum vein Easy Wave petunia. So heading toward the steps. Here's a scan. There are those Sublime smooth hydrangeas I put there below the deck, which I absolutely love there. And of course, the Limelight Prime again. Headed back, there's a little quick fire. The Ageratum, which I absolutely love. It's low maintenance. It does well in the heat. It doesn't mind if it gets a little dry. And of course, the Beacon Impatiens I have going back. There's some Panicle Phlox. I think this is called Uptown Girl. I got it dormant in December, so it just looks like a pot of dirt with brown sticks in it. And look at it now. Ooh la la. And I like the green and white hosta with the chartreuse August Moon hosta, as well as with the white of the Beacon Impatiens and the pink of the Uptown Girl Phlox. Lovely. And I have the August Moon hostas repeated going back. Repetition, providing a sense of order and beauty. In the front garden, which is the East Garden, because it faces east, the Limelight Panicle Hydrangea to the left is almost in full bloom. The blooms are smaller than they usually are, but they're still lovely. I think it's because of all the dry heat we've had this year. And the Limelight to the right has some buds, and I'll see what happens. Usually they bloom close to the same time, but every year is different. Snowdrift Supertunias headed back, looking good. The Snowburst Lobularia, which I consider to be Alyssum, that's just me, I'm not a botanist, is doing well. Love it, my first year with it, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. As well as this, what is it called? Stormburst Superbena. I absolutely love that as well. Just beautiful. The Easy Wave White Petunias, my first year with those, and I absolutely love them. They are just so stunning, at least to me. The Pink Chiffon Rose of Sharon still has some buds to come, but I think it's past its peak. Here is a wider view, and that is the Smooth Arborescens Incrediball. That is one hydrangea. It's gotten huge. The hibiscus, hardy hibiscus below are past their prime, but I'll put up a picture or two, a few pictures of what they look like. Overall, I'm very happy with the look of my front east garden, as well as the back west garden drive. There are other areas I like to improve upon, but that just gives me something in the future to work on. Something to try to figure out over the winter. Thanks for watching, and toodles!